Welcome to North Korea, the largest open prison in the world. North Korea is considered a prison because no ordinary citizen is able to travel outside the country. If anyone attempts to do so, they will face strict consequences, including imprisonment, not only for themselves but for their family as well. In this video, we will discuss the 5 strangest things you have never heard about North Korea, and if it is even worth visiting for tourism. The first strange thing about North Korea is that they do not have internet. The people are isolated from the world with no idea what is happening around them. There is no TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, or anything. They have a private communication network for themselves only, and of course this network belongs to the government. It has almost nothing to do with the outside world and is only available to around 3 to 4% of the entire population. These are the people in the state, the government, and other positions. Ordinary people literally do not know what is happening in the world around them. They know there is another world, perhaps hearing stories from others, but they only know about the place they were born and live around it. The second strange piece of information about North Korea is that their haircuts are all approved by the government. The government tells them how they can cut their hair, and they're given a certain number of haircuts for both boys and girls. They are not allowed to have any other haircut other than these approved styles. If someone changes their haircut, they will face a trial and will be imprisoned. Can you imagine being imprisoned because your haircut is not the right one? They have around 15 haircuts that we know of. The third thing, which is quite terrifying, is the punishment of the ancestors, meaning generational punishment. For example, if you break the law or do something that goes against the regime, you will be arrested, tried, imprisoned, and possibly executed. But it is not just you who will face these consequences. It is also your family, your mother, your father, their relatives, and possibly even their grandparents, depending on how they want to implement the punishment. They have something called generational punishment, which is what happens if someone commits a crime or does something wrong. The offender is not the only one being tried, and not the only one being imprisoned, and not the only one being executed. It is also their family, their mother, their father, and their grandparents. The fourth very strange piece of information about North Korea is the glorification of the ruler in North Korea. For them, he is seen as a deity. Responding to his behavior in any ordinary way is unthinkable. If they do react to his behavior at all, it has to be done with utmost politeness, respect, and glorification. Otherwise, all the statues of the rulers throughout North Korea, if they stand in front of them, they must bow in respect and glorification. This is what they consider a deity, and it's not just the current ruler, but former rulers as well. And of course, if anyone doesn't practice this or thinks that they won't bow to the statues or that they won't mind their own behavior in relation to these words, they'll be imprisoned, they'll be put on trial, and they might even be executed. The fifth and most terrifying thing in North Korea is the impossibility of leaving the country under any circumstances. If you were born in North Korea, your chances of leaving are almost zero. The idea of traveling outside the country if you're an ordinary citizen is nearly impossible. Nobody goes outside. Nobody knows what's happening out there. There's no internet. It's as if you were literally born in an open prison with literally no way out. To escape from there, even if anyone suspects that you're doing something like that, or thinking you're doing something like that, or that you're fleeing the country or attempting to travel, or you're caught in the act, of course, you'll be put on trial and imprisoned. North Korea may also be considered one of the most terrifying places. The strangeness that exists there has piqued the curiosity of many, and among those people, I am honestly one of those who would like to go and observe, to see what life is like there, what the streets look like, and how people there think. And this brings us to the final question we'll answer in today's video. Is it any good for anyone to visit North Korea as a tourist? The answer is probably yes. The North Korean tourist tour is supposed to originate only from China. You must be in China, and that's where you start. If you book your tour and once approval is given, you'll be given a specific passport to enter North Korea. Any mistake there may result in imprisonment. Would anyone go there or even think about going there because the risk is too high? Let me know in the comments. What do you think of North Korea? And if you had the chance, would you go there? Would you take that risk and go or not? I am Abdul Rahman Ali, and I post videos about travel every Saturday and Monday. Do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. See you soon in another video. Always be traveling.